Hello everyone and welcome to this YouTube channel. My name is Shekinah Chukufila. I'm happy again to have you here. As you can see on my screen here, I'm on X, formerly Twitter, right? So I'm showing you this beautiful animation. I saw that from Fremer University. Fremer University is one of the greatest accounts here on X, formerly Twitter, that produce a lot of great content and showing people how to build stuff on with Fremer, right? Fremer is a node code tool most people are using, mostly designer, and also people who just want to build quickly beautiful stuff without coding, right? So I saw this animation, it was really beautiful, and I decided to reproduce that with Tailwindcss and HTML, and it's what we are going to reproduce today together. Yeah, we are going to build this stuff from scratch, right? And we are going to reproduce the same animation here, as you can see in this video. And this was my reproduction of the animation, and I can show you that here. I built that on Tailwindcss platform, right, to achieve this animation, and we are going to reproduce this very fast. So most of people who are watching this YouTube channel, this video on this YouTube channel, right, have different level. There are senior, intermediate, and beginner, and this kind of video for some senior level, but they can find that like in entertainment, right? And they are not for their level. The wish of this YouTube channel is to share stuff with different level of developer, and if this kind of video you don't like it most because you don't think that is at your level, you can just watch that for, as an entertainment. And also you can one day, maybe, who knows, you can use that when you are trying to achieve something, right? So here I'm going to show this, and if you like this kind of video, don't forget to like it, to subscribe, and to share the video to a lot of people. And we are going to reproduce this animation. I did that with Tailwindcss, but this time I'm going just to do that in a project on my local machine. But I will share with you this link to the Google Play, so Tailwindcss, sorry, and you will be able to see the code and to reproduce that on your side, or maybe don't just have it and copy and paste and adapt that according to what you are looking, right? So the animation itself is here, as I was saying, and here I created a new project, a project and an empty page where we are going to build this stuff, right? As I was saying, here we are directly on the page where we are going to build things. I have just a simple project built on top of it, and here we are going, it's just a React project, but we are not going to do like JavaScript, things like that, but it was just a project who was really on my local machine. I decided to take that just for this moment, so don't worry about this. With HTML and Tailwindcss, just it's enough to build stuff like this, right? So here, as you can see, I just choose each screen just to have all my screen, and I'm using a flexbox just to take all the pages, right? So, and here what we are going to build, it's going to be center vertically and horizontally, right? And the background is beige black, and the background is black, right? And the first thing we are going to do here is to reproduce that button, right? And what we are going to create currently is to create the button, as I was saying, and that button will have different elements inside of itself, as you could see here in this video. If we can break down this, we have like the button itself with some text, and we have this part that is expanding when we get over the button, right? And when you are over the button, it's expanded, and here you can see like there's a beautiful animation of the arrow just moving to right, and when we leave the button right here, the arrow get back. And we are going to reproduce this currently. As I was saying, the first thing we are going to do is to create a button, and we are going to give some classes to our button, right? To achieve that kind of animation, we are going to give like a group style, because we are going to just check when the button is when the user is over the button. So it's become more simple with Tailwindcss to use group over, so the child can know that my parent currently someone is over my parent, right? So we are going to say group, and we are going to use some relative, and you are going to understand why you are going to do that. And we are going also to say that this button will be flex. We are going to use flex button, and we are going to use H16 just to give 64 pixels of height, and we are going this time to use this width just to give it 208 pixels, right? And we are going to center everything, going to say okay, we're going to center as is the flex direction is row. We are going with intercenter. What we are saying, we are going to be center vertically, right? And we are going also to say justify between. Why are we going to say that? Because as you see, we have text in one part, and we have another circle in the other part, so it's really important for that. I'm just putting some gap just to have like a straight space between those both space 5, that is will be 20 pixels both them. And what we are going to say, we are going to say that everything that we overload will be hidden, right? So everything will be hidden, and rounded will be full. Okay, just for to have that border radius, the beautiful radius we have there. And the background, we are going to use a BG blue, and it will be 15. We are going to use just Tailwindcss colors, and we are going to use some padding. We are going to use horizontal padding. In this case, we are going to use px 5, that will be 20, right? And after that, what you are going to say, every text inside will be white. This is what we can do for the button, and you can see the button now. We have something like white, right? Let me first just do this just to make sure that you can see everything I'm doing. I'm going to put my code editor at right, and we are going to see everything like this, right? So I think that everything will be easy to see on your screen. Okay, and what we are going now to do after this, we have the button and we have the base of our code. Now we are going to create one of the most important parts. We are going to create the part where we will have the text, right? So if you see properly here, we have this text over me, and we have this other part, and let's implement the part of the button. We are going just to use a div. It will depend on what you are doing, maybe a paragraph, it will depend on you, but in this case I'm going just to say I'm going to use a div, and I'm going to give him a relative just to make sure that it's over everything we are going to do. Why I'm giving this relative part, I'm going to give him an index, z index, right, to give him just a priority to the displaying. You are going to understand that. I will explain that in a few moments. And it's also going to be a flex, and it's not really relevant to use this flex, and I'm going to just say it's text. Okay, it's just a text. This text will have the size, so I'm using text 2XL, and the font size will be 24 pixels, and non-height will be 32 pixels, right? And here I'm going just to write over me, and we have our button directly here on the left. Okay, as you can see, we don't have just the same font, right? It's the reason why we are seeing this. Let me just use this font. It's not a very big deal with that. So another thing, and very important, it's now the part where we are going to create our circle, right? As you can see here, we have a circle here, this circle, and it's beautiful circle one, and what we are going to do here is we are going to create now this part. It will be a div. Inside that div, let's create some classes for that div, and it will be absolute, right? Just to make sure that we're going to say that it will be fixed at right. Let me get back to my page here, so we'll see the different change. Okay, and I'm going to give him a position in set 1, right? So I'm going just to tell him, okay, what you have to do is to take from the vertical way, we are going just to take one from the top and one pixel from the top, and 4 pixel from the top and 4 pixel for the bottom. Instead of writing a top 1, bottom 1, you can use just insert, right? And after that, what you are going to say, you are going to use right 1, because in this case we want that to be displayed at the right places, right? Okay, and after this, what you are going now to add, we are going to give him a z index of 10, right? Because we don't want it to hide our text. Reason why I was saying just we are calling our text is we put relative on the text over me, and we give him a z index 20 just to have a priority above this part. And after this, what you are going to say again, okay, our margin left, it's going to be 1, okay, and we are going to add to say that it will be a flex, and is width will be, I will use width 14 because it's 16 pixel, right? 56 pixels, sorry. And after that, you are going to say, okay, item will be center as it flex row direction, and as I was saying previously, item center will do its best to put that centered vertically. And after that, we are going also to justify that horizontally, and you're going to say justify also center. And here too, we are going to override to hide everything will overflow, right? And we use overflow hidden. And here we use rounded full, and to have just also this appearance of border radius, and it will be also beautiful. And the background here, we are going to use black. As you see previously, it was black, and we have this directly appeared in the left part of this screen video. Okay, and after that, what we're going to do next, we are going to use like some kind of animation just to make sure that when you over these parts, we should take the width, right? We are going to take the width of the all the width. I would not say all the width, but we are going to take the maximum of the width of the pages of the button, sorry. And what we are going to use first, we are going to use a direction. The transition direction will be let's just take 500 milliseconds, right? And here what you are going to say, when we are over the parent, okay, we change the width of the child. We are going just to expand it by 96%, right? And what we are going to do next, we are going also to say if someone is over the parent, okay, what we are going to use justify end, and I will explain you why we are going to use that. You're not going to center everything, but you are going to put everything at the end just to have this beautiful animation we'll have. Okay, right? So after this, the next things we are going to do now is to put that icon we had in this animation. Let me show you this here, this kind of icons. I'm going to use forceful icons. I already downloaded the SVG, so I'm going just to copy and paste that. But at this time, what we already did, when you come here and you over the button, you have this nice beautiful effect, and you have this beautiful magical effect that you can see that this little circle can just take 9016 width of the entire button, right? So why we took that particular percentage is just because we should just keep 4 pixels at the left, right? So it's the reason why we took that amount. It's really beautiful. So the next things we are going to do here, it's going to be now taking the SVG, right? Okay, let me copy and paste that first. Let me copy and paste that, and I will copy to SVG. I will explain why. Because why I'm just taking these two SVG, I'm going to see those both SVG in a few moments. I don't just give that any colors, reason why we are not seeing that on the left part. Okay, and first thing first, what we are going here to create, let me just modify those both and say class name fill white, and it should appear. And here we have this both icon appearing on the small part we have of this pattern, but it's not what we are looking here as an effect. What you are looking to do is just to hide one of the arrow icon, and it will be just available when we'll be over the button. Okay, and what to do here it's the first button, and which property we are going to give it. So first things, we are going to give him the transition, because it's going to move, as you can see in the previous Tailwinds. Let me show you here. When you are here, right, you have this kind of some of subtle animation when you see that one arrow goes and another one come back, and like this, and we are just using the duration of 300 milliseconds. Okay, and we are going also to detect, say, group over. When the button is over, when we are over the button, okay, what we are going to change to this, we are going to translate it, okay, from 12. Okay, translate we are going to translate X. We should just keep that in this way. It horizontally we are going to move it for 48 pixels, right? So here what we are going to do, as you can see now, let's just get back into the image. We don't have anything particular, right? So we will keep that. Okay, it's moving. And what we are going to do here, we are going to move this and telling that you have to get back from this one. What we are looking here is to keep this icon into the center and to hide another icon. So let's do that. And here what we are going to do is I will add first the duration of my animation 300 milliseconds, and after that what you are going to do is when the button will be over, the button, okay, we will move let's just move this and say, just give me a second. Okay, let me just copy and paste the code I've already written here. Okay, here, right? So here what we are doing, we are saying, okay, this icon is going to have an absolute position, and we are going to put that on the behind the first icon. Okay, so it's hidden there, and we can see that, and its color will be white, and the duration will be 300 milliseconds. And when we are going when the user are going to be over the button, we are going to move that to the center of the second row. So let's just test that is everything's working okay. Okay, I save that, and when I get back to the button, we're going to test that together. As you can see, okay, we have just like some issue with this. Let me just fix that now. Okay, I see my mistakes. Okay, I'm going just to move a little bit something, right? Because here we are going to use absolute and absolute. It's the reason why we get this error. Normally we should keep just this empty, right? Okay, this div, and as you can see, we're going to keep that like that. Okay, and what you are going to do now next, what we are going to do next here is to create another div. Let me create that directly here from here. Okay, and we are going to give our this div, and we are going to give that some properties. Okay, what we are going to do with this, we are going to say that it will be relative, and EZ index will be 20, just to be above this part, right? And the next things we are going to do here is to use flex item center, and next things we're going also to justify center, and we are going to add everything that will be overload, right? So let's test again, and as you can see now, we have this animation, this beautiful animation, and we produce our button. Okay, we just see the difference between the font because I'm not using the same font here, right? So as you can see, we reproduced the same animation with this button, and it was really important. I think that you get something about this video, and it was really simple to reproduce this kind of pattern, okay, and really simple to make that on your side. So tell me in the comment section below how you would achieve this kind of animation, and what will be your way of building this kind of things, right? So thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and to share the video to your friend and your community. Thank you very much.